Hello everybody. So, if you missed the first episode, the point of this series is basically to get maps and convert them into Minecraft maps, right? So in the first episode, we laid down a lot of the groundwork, right? We got the basic structure of the world by using height maps. So we pretty much get any map, any like grayscale map, put it into the program, and it gives us kind of like a basic structure of the world. And towards the end of that episode, I said the next most important thing we'd have to do is biomes, right? Like different surface textures to the world. And so like the height maps, the goal is to be able to input an image. You know, in this case, it would be like an image of a bunch of colors, right? That represent different values. For example, you know, like green represents grass, yellow represents sand, and so on, right? So we essentially create a little image in Paint, map it over the height map image, do a bunch of stuff, right? And then that should generate us a terrain that has both like different elevation levels, but also like different surface textures. So here, I just got the like height map of the Skyrim map, right? And I'm just for reference looking at like a normal map of Skyrim, so I can get kind of an idea of the textures. I was thinking the main things I probably use for this are like, is it podzol? I don't know. The stuff that you get in like taiga biomes or whatever, right? That kind of like different color of dirt. I was thinking it'd be that. It would be like snowy peaks. It would be like icy peaks, especially for like high Hrothgar and whatnot, right? I'm not sure how I'm really going to implement rivers yet. I might leave that bit for later. We'll find out soon enough. Okay, so let's load up the world. And let's just see what it looks like, I guess. So after walking around for a bit, the world isn't too bad. But I feel like in Skyrim, one of the most important things is like differences in heights, right? Like the super tall mountains and the deep valleys and stuff. So I think I'm going to go back into the code and then change the height map information, right? So it'll be like taller peaks and stuff. And then I think that will give us a lot nicer result. So now I've like walked around a bit, it is definitely like much nicer, you know, it looks a lot more like Skyrim. I think before it kind of looked pretty flat. But I think one of the most important things in Skyrim, I feel, is like all the rivers and stuff. So I'm going to go to the code and try and figure out how to implement rivers. And I'm going to go over the like biome map image as well and see if I can like add rivers into that. But it shouldn't be too long because a lot of the code is just copying and pasting now that I've written it all. There may be bugs. It may not just be copying and pasting. Let me cook. Okay. Fixed it. Too easy. It totally didn't take me 2 hours. So, yeah, I think this looks pretty good. Like, if you were better at art and stuff, you can make it look way cooler. And also, at the moment, the biomes is the way the biomes work is currently just like surface texture, right? It doesn't include structures like trees and buildings and stuff, right? But the way I plan to implement structures, I should just be able to essentially bring all of that stuff over from Minecraft, right? Like the normal Minecraft structure files. So at the moment, I think this looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty realistic. Not whatever that means, Skyrim. I think it looks pretty close to Skyrim, right? And if I spent more time in it and I made it like to scale, right? I think Skyrim's something like 4,000 blocks across, or like 4,000 meters. So that's about 4,000 blocks, you could say. Whereas this is only like 512. But as a quick proof of concept, I think it's pretty cool. There are all kinds of bugs. There is all kinds of issues. The code is unbelievably janky. So I did say I'd set up the GitHub, but I've not done that yet because it's only been like a day or so since the last video. And once again, in coding fashion, I will simply do it later. So, for all intents and purposes, I think that went pretty well. We turned an image in Paint into a Minecraft world. That's pretty epic. So the plan for next time is structures, I think. We want to add things like trees. This will be like on the surface structures. I won't get to caves yet, that'll be down the line because I'm going to have to do some weird 3D Perlin noise stuff and I don't know how to do that yet. But next time we'll be working on trees, probably buildings, maybe even like custom trees, custom buildings, testing out that kind of stuff, right? And once again, if you have any ideas on like how this could be improved or like what other kind of things you'd implement, like actually let me know because I have no idea. Also, if this video is like super scatty, I'm trying to like get as much done in a short amount of time as possible. You know, I'm very, once again, as a coder, I start projects and then just like give up immediately. So I'm trying to like, you know, I guess I get some momentum with this. So thanks for watching, and bye bye.